Hey everyone! Patrick here, and today we are going through our last video of 2024. Yes, we are ending off with a combiner! Because we are going to be starting 2025 with a combiner. I'm not gonna spoil what 2025's... Well, yeah, fuck it. January 2025 will be a month of devastation, if you know what I mean. But I can't do, all three versions of G1 Devastator I have in one video. I can do, 1 and 2, but not this one. So, let's get into this. This is a knockoff of DX9's War in Pocket Hercules. Why do you look off? Yeah, this was their take on G1 Devastator, which, if I remember correctly, was the first time G1 Devastator has been done in Legends. I know Revenge of the Fallen Devastator was done in Legends. I have a knockoff of the movie advanced version. Yes, I buy a lot of knockoffs. Not always intentionally. Anyway. But yeah, here they are. I would like to, mention, I did do a little bit of custom painting to these guys. Mostly adding some windshields. Because Scavenger, the crane operator cabin of Hook, Long Haul, and Bone Crusher did not have windshields painted. So, yeah. I also did add some Decepticon emblem stickers. Just so you're aware. But yeah. Here they are in vehicle modes. And just kind of a comparison. Here we have Megatron. Let's just kind of shove him in here. And yeah, I actually think this scales pretty well. And looks pretty good. Granted, yeah, Megatron's a different shade, but it is still green and purple. Yeah. And here we have the TF1 one-step Megatron. Yeah. But yeah. So, let's go ahead and start taking a look with the legs. Let's look at Scrapper. Yeah, he's a yellow and purple front-end loader. Woo! The bucket is articulated. It can rotate and go up at this hinge, and there's a hinge right here, so you can do really whatever you want with it. He does roll. He has pinned wheels. There's only 2 figures in the set that roll, him and Long Haul. Yeah. Coincidentally, him and Long Haul are the best figures in the set. I did review this on my original review channel, and I feel like I was a bit too harsh on it. But at the same point, some of my things still stand. But yeah, yeah. He's a purple, green front-end loader with some nice silver right there. Nice silver on the chest. Well, let's get over that when we get into vehicle mode, or robot mode. Which, speaking of that, let's go ahead and get there. You want to start by taking the back, flipping it around like this. Take the little cabin, flip it up, and push it in. That'll make the heels. Go ahead and split the legs. Go ahead and come in here and pop the arms out. Bring them to the side. And bring the chest down. That'll bring up the head. Rotate the arms. And position the bucket however you wish. Yeah, here is Scrapper. He's really cool. I will say his thigh does not like to stay in. But yeah. Little Scrapper. Just getting close at the head sculpt. It's a nice scrappery head sculpt. Yeah. All in all, you know, he's got some nice details. He is still very G1 accurate. But, yeah. Articulation-wise, the arms are on ball joints. You know, do a full 360, then go up that far. The, elbow is on a ball joint. You know, you can rotate 90 degrees of bend. The head cannot do anything. The waist can't do anything. But given how he transforms, I understand why the waist can't do anything. And also, none of their waists can do anything. So, hips can go forward, that far, back, that far, out, that far. You do have a thigh rotation. You have over 90 degrees of bend. And, you know, the cabin can kind of tilt. But yeah, Scrapper is one of the best figures in the set. Yeah. So, let's move on to Mixmaster. Boy, is this rough. As you can see, for some reason, the knockoff company did not paint this silver. They painted it black. Was the entire silver budget allocated to Scrapper? What? Anyway, I'm covering things up here. No, because he has silver on his torso. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. But yeah, he's a cement mixer. The drum does rotate. He does not roll. The wheels are just molded in. Yeah, and also, yeah. If you want, you can use the ankle tilt to, like, make it look like this is more of a trailer, I guess. I don't know why you do that, but you can. Yeah, there's some nice mechanical detailing, but, you know, yeah. Transformation. You want to bring the section forward, bring the feet out, kind of bend it so it, you know, he can stand. Split the legs, bring down the arms, bring down this section, and get him to stand, and you're done. Yes, there is Mixmaster in robot mode. He doesn't look horrible, but he doesn't look great either. He is flat. Like, take off the mixing drum, he is fucking flat. But yeah, he's something. He's something. Let's get in there on the head sculpt. The head sculpt is pretty cool. It is a pretty nice Mixmastery head sculpt. Nope. Sorry, I saw a dog hair, and oh god, he's not wanting to stand now. Yeah, this is a pretty nice Mixmaster head sculpt. He's got the thing on top. You know. Also, all these guys were supposed to come with weapons. My set didn't. My set just straight up did not include any fucking weapons. So, you know. But, yeah. Articulation is virtually the same as Scrapper. No head. Ball joint. Except you do have the hinges here that can get him to that. Ball joint. Thigh. Or, you know, swivel. 90 degrees of bend. If you use this joint, you can get more. And the toes can go back, I guess. Yeah, if you want, you can use the combiner ankle tilt for that. But, yeah. Next up, let's go with Scavenger. And he's, also not great, but, you know. I do have the combine mode hand back here. You can remove it. But if you want it to, you know, stay, you can. To store it. It does look kind of weird hanging off the back, but oh well. As you can see, the treads are done entirely in black. Weirdly, I don't mind. It does remove the purple that's supposed to be on him, but oh well. The digger arm can articulate. You can go back. You know, joint right here, joint right here, joint right here. So, you know, you can get some good scooping poses. You can also rotate it. So, yeah, you know, if you wanted to be facing this way instead, you totally can. Yeah. There's some nice focus mechanical detailing. Ignore my shitty paint job. Yeah, some nice mechanical detailing. Yeah. I did put his Decepticon emblem right here, because this is his robot mode chest, so. Speaking of robot mode, let's get there, shall we? Let's see, can I... Okay, yeah. Yeah. So, we should start with the legs, so just untab them. Kind of bring this back, bring them up, rotate, bring the feet down, rotate, bring the feet down. The hand, if you don't want to leave it attached, you can just leave this like this. If you do want to leave it attached, you can either have it with just a fist hanging over, or you can bring the thumb out, rotate it up, open it, and kind of wrap it around his butt. Anyway, you want to bring this arm up, bring it down. Very Studio Series scrap metal, the torso is. Like, the torso is very Studio Series scrap metal. I wonder if they got the idea from this. But yeah, bring the head up. Bring the scoop in. You want to slide this section up, hold down. And here you have Scavenger. Boy, does this look rough. He's not terrible looking, but boy, does he look rough. Not as rough as Bone Crusher, though. Bone Crusher looks almost exactly like the Studio Series 86 version, actually. That is not a good thing. Like, seriously, I will pull in... When I get to Bone Crusher, I will pull in a picture of the Studio Series one. Anyway, but yeah, here is Scavenger. And yeah, he's not bad. Getting in on the head sculpt. Focus. Yeah, it's a Scavenger-ish head sculpt. Yeah. Yeah. Articulation, the head, he can nod. Yes, Lord Megatron. You can ball joints at the shoulders. He has the reverse of Mixmasters, where they can go down instead of up. Ball jointed elbow, you know, all that. Hips can kick forward, that far, back, that far. He has a reverse ab crunch. Tilting torso if you want. Knees are on a ball joint. Yeah. And the feet can tilt up and down. Alrighty, 3 down, 3 to go. Let's bring in Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher looks okay. You know, he pulls off the bulldozer pretty well. Yeah, the legs are exactly the same as Scavenger. And of course, same thing with him, you know, if you don't want this, you can blah blah blah. I leave it in because I like when combiners do the all-in-one thing. I know some people don't, I do. And it's an option. You don't have to if you don't want to. But yeah, yeah. The bucket can articulate, scoop, lower, I guess. Because the way it is, you can't really get a good, you know, dumping unless you raise him. But yeah, transformation is similar to Scavenger in the legs. You want to actually bring the arms up and around like this, rotate them down, bring the bucket all the way down like this before you bring this up. The legs are exactly the same as Scavenger because they are the exact same legs. You can do the same thing with the hand. If you don't want it, just take it off. If you are cool with it, just have it grip his booty. Bring the head up, bring the chest up, and here he is. He looks almost proportionally, he is exactly the same as the Studio Series 86 one. That is not a good thing. Here's a picture of the SS86 one. Yeah, that is not great. He doesn't look bad for his size class, but like SS86, no. If Studio Series is getting their designs from this set, no. Speaking of which, I'm actually recording this on the day that Long Haul and Hook were revealed. I gotta say, what I'm reviewing next year is a lot better, in my opinion, even with the caveats it comes with. I'll elaborate on that next month. But yeah, articulation is the same as Scavenger's, you know, nodding head, ball joint shoulder, except the hinges can move all the way up or all the way down. Ball jointed, ball joint, reverse ab crunch, you know, all that. So, which one? Let's go with Hook. Hook looks okay. You know, he looks pretty good. Until you. Yeah. Hi there. Yeah, the crane arm can come up all the way. It can split if that's something you need it to do. You know, you can bring it up on this hinge as well. Yeah. See what I mean by the operator crane windows? Yeah. You know, you have the wheels that can't roll. The main cab has windows. I added this Decepticon symbol. Yeah. There's really not too much to say here. So, transformation. How I do it is I actually... Well, you can do whatever you want with this piece. You can leave it down. I personally flip it up. You take the legs, unfold them, untab them, stand him up on his... He is extremely weak in the knees. And the feet, because he doesn't have heels. Untab the arm, bring it down, blah, blah, blah. And here you have Hook. Not the best Hook ever, but, you know, not terrible. You can actually see a little bit of Devastator's head poking out. But, yeah, it's not, like the rest of the set, it's not great, but it's not horrible, I guess. Articulation is the exact same as all the others. So, like, you know, ball joint, hinge, ball joint, nothing, ball joint, rotation, bend, only he can bend more because it's transformation. But, yeah. He does have a nice Hook head sculpt, I guess. Some nice detailing on the chest. Anyway. Let's move on to the second or best fucking Hook. To either the best or second best. I don't know yet. I don't know. Long Haul. Long Haul typically gets shafted in this set. I think he's one of the best. He and Scrapper are the best. There's supposed to be a thing here. It broke off in his arm. Anyway, yeah. He's a nice, you know, green dump truck. He's got a nice bed. It's not very deep, but, you know, it transforms, so I'm not expecting it to have a very deep bed. If you want, you can throw the combined mode hands in here, but they don't tab in. He's got some nice detailing. He cleans up pretty nicely in comparison to, you know, these fuckers. Um, but yeah, he rolls. That's another thing he has over everyone except Scrapper. The combined mode crotch can, you can really leave it however you want, but like where this hinge is very loose, I flip it up like this. Granted, yes, that means that, while he's rolling it can, come out, but like, yeah, that's some nice detail in the grill. Oh no, I like him. Transformation, you're going to want to take the shelf bit of the dump truck, flip it back, flip the legs back, flip the tires in, split his legs so you can bring the combined mode crotch around, and just kind of do whatever you want with it. Take this hinge, you want this tab to go into this slot. You want to slide the dump truck sides out like that. You see that? Bring it out, slide it back in. Bring it out, slide it back in. Bring the arms down. Bring up the head and rotate it. His head is very stiff. And here you have long haul. Yeah, he's not bad. He's actually really not bad. He's just a nice little long haul. It's a shame his head isn't painted other than the visor. But hey. Another thing they could have done is paint like these sections black to match the show model, but hey. Or purple to match the toy. Anyway. Let's get in on that head sculpt so you can kind of see it. Don't know how well you can see it. Yeah. He's got some nice knee detailing. He does have like a molded in crotch plate. All in all, yeah. And he is the most articulate. Kind of. He does lose one joint the others normally have, but he gains another. So the head can rotate. He can do a full 360. It's just the ball joint's really stiff, so I don't feel like handling it. He can look up all the way. Shoulders are on ball joints. However, if you slide them out, you can get a little bit of a butterfly joint and a reverse butterfly joint. That's pretty neat. If you untab this, you can get an ab crunch and a reverse ab crunch, kind of. Looks more like he's just been split open, but still. Yeah, you can get an ab crunch out of this guy. What the fuck? The legs, surprisingly, are not ball jointed, but they can go up that far. Back, only about that far because of the combined mode crotch. You can go outward, full splits. He does not have thigh rotation, but he does have this joint. And, unless you bring these down and have, these act as giant fucking flippers, the feet can't do anything. But yeah, he has some pretty fucking decent posability. Like, not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking good. Yeah. And, here they are with Legacy Megatron. Core Class Megatron. So you can see they're about Core Class size. I actually haven't tested it, but I think they can hold Megatrons. Yeah. It's pretty loose, at least in Long Haul's hand, but they can kind of maybe they can hold Megatron pretty well. It is very loose, but they can still do it. That's pretty cool. But yeah, Megs. Anyway, so let's get into combine mode. I'm gonna get all these guys back into their vehicle modes except Long Haul. He's easiest to do from robot mode, and we will be right back. All right, so we have them all in their vehicle modes minus Long Haul, and let's get started. So we are going to start with Scrapper. Scrapper's pretty easy. You just bring this up like this. You're going to want to kind of split this, so for the connection port. Mixmaster, even simpler. Just extend this, bring this up. Like, seriously, whenever I play with him, how I do it is I literally just, like, have him screech to a halt. And that's how... anyway. Long haul, you want to return the top of him into vehicle mode. Yeah, like most long hauls. You're going to want to open his legs, bring out the combined mode crotch, bring it out, bend him at this joint right here, bring him down, come back here, open up the wheels for a second, so you can bring out the combined mode, the combiner pegs, which are different. So, they can only go on one or the other. Mixmaster is a circular, Scrappers is more of a T-tab, which is why you need to open his legs, because you see it goes in there. And that typically pops one of these side joints out of place for me. Mixmaster, you just plug them on. And that's, yeah, the crotch usually falls apart. But, yeah. So, my remote just fell. We're going to bring in hook. What you're going to want to do, flip this up, flip this up, bring it down, bring this section down like this, bring this down and make sure this goes like this to cover the head. You're going to want to split him at the crotch, kind of bring Devastator's head up, then bring these sides around. They will tab in, right in the sides. And then you can, open the chest and rotate the head. But how I do things is I bring the head back, close this up for right now, and I go ahead and bring the arms down. Now, again, there was supposed to be a peg right here that went into this arm, but it broke. So instead, you want to take this peg, shove it into this hole right here, and then bring it around. This hole right here will be filled by these two pegs right here. And that's just how I find it's easiest to do that. Am I gonna have to bring in my little box? I am, okay. And then you can bring this down. I usually do that, full head reveal last, so. Take the arms, split them right here, bring the hand out, come in here and bring this section up. The legs, tabs right here, will go into one of the slots right here. Bring the arm down, rotate the hand and open it up. Rotate them the right way. These pegs, or these tabs, will go into this hole, these holes right here. Same thing on this side. I forgot to bring out the peg. Oh well. Tab this on. Thank you. Bring the head up and rotate it. And there you have the DX9 War in Pocket HULKIE. And yeah, the combined mode looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but I'd say it does its job. It does its job. And it does it pretty well. For a while, this was the only Legend scale Devastator we had in the G1 style. And then, of course, you have New Age, Magic Square, whoever else is making the G1 Devastators. But they all require, the skeletons. This guy doesn't, and I appreciate that. Does he look weird? Yes. Is he kind of charming? Also yes. This is the Devastator that lives on my little Legends shelf. Because I have no other Legends Devastators. Anyway. So, for comparison, here they are with little core devs. Megatron. And yeah, as you can see, he's definitely supposed to be core class scaled. Which is funny because he came out years before core class was a thing. So he'd be legend scale, but you know. Here he is with the one-step changer Megatron from TF1. And here he is with the TF1 Deluxe Optimus. Definitely not in scale, but you know. Articulation is decent. The head is on a ball joint, you know. Full 360, a little bit of wiggly waggly. Can look up, can look down. Arms can do a full 360. They can go up. They can knock down the crotch. You know, they can go up. They will immediately fall down, but you know. You do have bicep rotation. Only that much bend if you orient the arm like this. If you orient it like this with the gap facing forward, you can get a full elbow bend, but then you deal with the gap. The hand can rotate. The thumb is on a ball joint. The fingers are pinned. He has the, you know, trigger finger, three finger trigger finger split, so, you know. Nothing at the waist, unless you untab this, then you have an ab crunch that you cannot control. The legs can go up, like, because of where the ball joint sits, it does nothing to move the hip skirt, so they can only kick up about that far. They can kick back they can kick back. You can use Longhall's hip, or you can use his knee for that. No thighs swivel. You do have above the knee, or below the knee rotation. You can kick back about this far on Scrapper, and about this far on Longhall. Or this far on Longhall, or no, Mixmaster. Both feet do have ankle tilt. You know, Scrapper, it's just the bucket. And Mixmaster, you know, you have pretty decent range. Oh, and I guess I forgot, he does completely do the splits. So, yeah, and, mine, the pin in the crotch is loose, so. He also doesn't have heels, so, he does have trouble standing. But, yeah, he's not, I guess I might as well do the head. I do like the head sculpt. I do like the head. But, yeah, he's not bad. I do like the way, Hook splits around. It's more creative than the normal Hook transformation, so I'll give it props for that. You know, I do believe Longhall and Scrapper are the best figures of the set, by a large margin. And I am not alone in that opinion. Virtually every review I've seen of this guy states the same thing. Longhall and Mixmaster, or Longhall and Scrapper, are the best of the set. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, we're ending 2024 on a bit of a low note, but we are going to be starting 2025 off with a banger, and beginning the month of Devastation. I say month, but that's really only because I upload, you know, once a week. So it'll be only like 7 videos. So actually it'll actually be closer to 2 months of Devastation because of my upload schedule. But yeah, if you want to pick this set up, it's available literally everywhere. Amazon, eBay, Wish, AliExpress. Pretty sure I've even seen this on fucking Temu. So, it's not expensive. I think I got this set for like $20. Like, $20. This guy alone is 10. So, I'd say it's a pretty decent price. Yeah, I do think it's funny that the Studio Series 86 Bone Crusher looks almost identical to this set's Bone Crusher, but, you know, I won't be getting the Studio Series one. Like, 1, Hasbro's distribution is gonna fuck me over. 2, I have an even better Devastator that I will be reviewing next month. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.